great.
Yeah. Did you do it?
I did.
It's fun, right?
It's okay.
I mean, yeah, it's not like...
PC has a big advantage.
Yes. You could totally tell if you're playing against someone on mobile, you're just destroying them.
Also, it was very easy to like tell when the game stopped giving you bots. Because you get all these like player number XXXXXX, and they're just all bots. And then soon you get like as soon as you get real usernames, it's like, yep, there's people.
They're actually hitting you, and then you see someone who spent $5 and just destroys you from across the map, and you're like, oh, okay, exactly. This is the real game now. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable. Okay, so let's after a long wait. I don't know how is everything quite up to date. Is this from 5 days ago? Yeah,
it's from 5 days. It should be. I've leveled up.
Okay. Well, now it's completely ruined. No. So just a level?
251.
All right. Congratulations. How is the bishop? How is level 251? Tell me.
Ice Lightning for now. Hoping to change back to bishop when I reach Limina, I think.
Ice Lightning bishop, yeah. So you're a switcher. You're a...
Yeah, I switched, I think, at around 235 or something, 230.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a long time ago, because I took a year and a half break.
Oh, so you started bishop, 235,
yeah.
Ice Lightning for grinding past that point?
Yep.
Okay, and how was the change in bossing and everything? Was that okay?
It was hard at the start, but now that like I actually got used to Ice Lightning, it's not bad. Everything dies fast.
Yeah, that's true. Ice Lightning, pretty strong. Yeah, good burst, yeah. You can't really go wrong with that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just the crit rate difference is real.
Yeah, bishop has all of it.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just started leveling another bishop just so that if I do ever swap, I still have the fucking links.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh yeah, it's level 69 and it has 112% crit rate. What?
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense how much it has. It's like Beast-Tamer, I think, as well. If you...
Yeah, and I still had to level like one of the crit skills, and I was like, well, this is dumb.
Yep. You definitely don't need the ability at that point.
No, I don't have it anyway. It's Meso.
Mm-hmm.
Small amount, but...
But it's something. I mean, it's always going to be useful, right? Okay, so what kind of stuff do you enjoy? And what can I help you with, I guess?
I mean, I mostly like bossing. Bossing is the best part of the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hard, punishing, good.
Yeah.
I like the party bossing as well, so that's why I want to swap back to bishop at like 255.
I see. Oh, you said you stopped for a while. Did you come back recently?
Yes, like halfway through Night Troop.
Okay.
In October.
So you missed all of Destiny then, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you're here
completely.
Yeah, the post-Destiny world, which was quite a lot of things changed, right?
Yeah, like
class.
I logged in and none of my skills were assigned. I'm like, what happened?
It's like some kind of great reset happened, and you had to reapply everything. But I assume that you like how unreliable memory is now a very reliable memory.
It's so good.
It's I mean, it's too
never,
good, right?
Like it was just never on my bars before. It was too annoying.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's like a staple.
And now it's just like, more infinity.
Yeah.
Actually infinity almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Almost infinity. It's just like it comes in waves, right? Like it needs to build up, but it's pretty much always there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's up for so long now with the 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like so far I've done like in solo up to slime.
Mm-hmm.
Slime takes like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's
fun.
It takes a bit, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't really spent much of my note stones. Like I started saving them up, so I have about 500 saved up now.
Right.
Spent a bit on my
bishop.
dual blade.
Yeah,
I just want to get it back. Like I can do tick with Ice Age and Moonbridge.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for LH6.
Yeah, that's the place to be. Yeah, we've got one more batch of totems, and then that's it.
Yes. Yeah, they're all going on this character. Makes much more sense to put them on this character than any. More Meso, more drops, more whatever the other thing is. Note stones.
Note stones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fam cards maybe for that time.
Exactly.
I assume you're flaming the hat right now.
I was, yes, and then I decided to put some on the dump pendant. It's that was after this screenshot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's now on 84 and
84 and what?
84 and sandals.
Sorry, when 84 and then you cut out.
Oh, sorry, 6% all stat.
6% all stat. Okay, well that's disgusting. Okay.
Yeah,
is it at least intellect or is it a strength roll? Because
it's intellect. It's insane.
Jeez. Well, we were
I know you were talking about that.
Yeah.
The one in the Absolute video.
Yeah, that one was 191 average bill, so yours is higher than that.
Yep. So that's
it's probably like 300 or something. Yeah. Okay, well.
So yeah, now the flames are going back on the,
yeah.
on the hat.
Yeah, improvement past this point is pretty unnecessary and not very likely, so it makes good sense to move along. So you've soloed, you sold everything up to slime, and do you have like new aspirations coming, or is it just you kind of just taking it a step at a time?
Trying to build a like normal will party. Normal lucid is the like that's not solo, but like with 3 people we clear it quite comfortably.
Are you trying to bring that party into will as well?
Yeah, we're trying to get into will. One of our members is 242.
Okay.
So trying to like maybe recruit one extra. Go in and will.
And so you guys have tried normal already, or is that still? Wait, what's this hat? Hello.
I did practice. The tool blade.
How do you get the hat? Where's this from?
I think it was from the Halloween surprise style boxes, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I hadn't seen it yet.
It's just got a big hat. I was like, yeah, that goes on TV.
Love it.
Yeah, that's my only boss meal for the moment. Whatever I'm burning in mission is gonna be the second one.
Okay, so you're recruiting. Is this an open recruitment for the people in party who want to join normal will party?
Sure. They're on EU.
Oh, EU. Oh, okay. That's an important part of the of the recruitment process. EU. Any EU boys in the chat? There's got to be at least 2 of you.
I mean, I'm already here, so there's one more.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh yeah, one more. Yeah, one is already here. True.
It's nice though, because my LH6 has 100% burning.
Yeah, that's in that moment itself. It's got to be very satisfying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like high burning everywhere. Like they're still burning on Fest 2, even in Night Troop. 30%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's burning everywhere. It's great.
And VC3, did that have burn?
Wait, VC3 is Limina, right?
No, that's a Moonbridge one where like everybody trains.
Let me just.
Fort Curtain 3, like the very last map in Moonbridge.
40% in just a random channel.
Damn. It's always 0 in NA. Guaranteed always 0.
Yeah, it hovers around 40-30%, I think.
Yeah.
About right.
That's between 30 and 50 penguins. Yeah, that's a pretty. Yeah, that's a different reality to to exist in.
Yep.
Okay. So Will party,
yeah, like big aspirations is clear Black Mage.
Okay. As
Seems a lot more doable than last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Then before you took a break, yeah.
Yeah, before I took a break, I was like, well, I want to get to Lucid and Will.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even the hard ones, just those 2. And then I come back from my break, and I realize that I'm actually like a lot stronger than I thought I was.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes you just got to go in there and try, and then see how it goes. And if people are around your level, they know what you're doing, you communicate. Sometimes you can do a whole lot more than you might think that you were capable of. I didn't have this in the show. Yeah, okay. So what can I help you with today? Is it like just general next steps or kind of fact-checking your ideas?
Gear-wise, next steps would be great. I think like familiar-wise,
Mm-hmm.
what should I be focusing on? Like kind of stuff like I have 2 medium party healing familiars. Do they stack?
Yep, that stacks, yeah.
Do I need different ones? Okay.
Yep.
Then I can just rock 2 medium healing ones. That should help a lot for Will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Especially because most of the healing only comes from uniques, right? So in general, healing in the beginning is very rough to get to.
These are epics. I'm just rolling the purple ones for now.
Yeah.
Getting them to purple and then leaving them there for until I hit large drop.
Large drop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in general, whenever you have familiars summoned and the buff shows up on the top right, that means that it interferes with other stuff, and you have to like check which one is the highest, etc. But if it doesn't show up as a buff, then it just keeps stacking basically.
That's how that. Okay.
Yeah, it was always kind of weird to like figure out how that works exactly. So that's like the closest to a rule that we found.
But when the buff showed up, they were working.
Yeah, they are working, or part of them is working. So for example, if you have like a large drop, and then you have a large drop and meso, for example, then the large drop works, and then the large meso part works of the second one, but not the large drop part of the second one, because that's a lower percentage than the first one.
Right. Yeah, so I can have a medium drop and a large same time.
Yeah, but if one is large drop just by itself and the other one is medium drop just by itself, then only the large drop will work, because it's just a bigger percentage.
Okay, so it just drops a bit. But continually restores HP and MP to nearby allies works.
Yeah, that just stacks. Sometimes you can have enough familiars with like 2 lines of it on it, and then multiple of it, so you can get up to like 6 lines of healing basically. And then if everyone has that, then it becomes really hard to die.
How much do they heal?
I believe it's 15%, 10%, 5%. So like 15 for large, 10 for regular one, and then 5 for small, I believe.
All right.
I don't know 100% if it's different between if it's just HP or if it's HP and MP. That part, let me see if I can find that here. Because this is a drop rate one, right? This one talks about the stacking and everything. If you need to check out on the details of like how you can get to high drop rate and like what the percentages mean of the familiars as well.
Right.
And then familiars is here. So it has a link also to the drop rate, because that's an important part of why you even get familiars in the first place, of course. And the possible familiar lines. Restore. Oh yeah, here it says small amount, says 5%. 5. Oh, continually restores HP. That one is half. Okay, and this is 5.
Yeah, continuously restores HP and MP to nearby.
HP continuously restores HP and MP to
nearby
allies. 10, yeah, so that's the same. Yeah, so this is 10, 10, 10, 10. All the same. It's just that continually restores a large amount of HP. That one is more, but that's because it's only yourself. Oh, and then continually restores the party's HP by a small amount. Oh, that's 7%.
That is weird.
Yeah. And then party members is 15. Large amount allies is 15. Large amount of HP and MP for yourself is 12. And then large amount to party members is 12.
And how often did they take?
Wait, isn't this exactly the same line? Hang on. Continually restores a large amount of HP to party members. It's exactly the same line, but one of them is 12 and one of them is 15. Okay, so you kind of have to... Depends on which one you have, I guess.
You don't know. You never know.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like large amount of drop and meso on Epic could be 50% and could be 60%. Both exist, so you just have to use it one time to see which one you have.
Right, but for the healing you can't really use it.
You're dropping out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. You can't really check easily for the healing.
Yeah, you'd have to like make sure you don't have auto HP on, get your HP low, and then see how much it ticks for, I guess. But whether it's 12 or 15%, I mean, both is very useful. So or whether it's 7 or 10%, you know, it's better to just use it anyway, right? Than not at all. That only will come into play if you have like 4 healing fams and you will, you know, you want to equip 3, then it might make a difference. But
yeah,
that's the situation.
How often do they heal?
I believe it's every 10 seconds.
That's gonna help some.
See if I can get what character am I in. Does anyone in chat know 100%? Because I believe it's every 10 seconds. Because the thing is also, if everyone gets into the map at like the same time, then the healing fams can synchronize sometime, right? Because they all like they despawn when you switch to map and then respawn again. So sometimes it could make sense also to just despawn them and resummon them during the thing, so they don't get on the same timer. Because then sometimes you have to wait a long time to heal, and then you just get a full heal every now and then. Whereas sometimes it's better that it's staggered throughout the boss fight.
Right.
Let's see if I put the heal on. And summon these fools. Right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 seconds on the dot. Beautiful. Confirmed in real time. There you go.
DA is good for everything.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I guess we're like in and around familiars. Does everything around familiars now make sense, or do you have remaining familiar questions?
No. I think going for the purple large drop rate, and then like from there on, then starting going for the unique ones is to go, right?
Yep, that's fine.
Sounds good. Yeah, I found you use a whole lot of stacks of them.
Okay, yeah. Keep a little bit for energy. Always use a little bit in case you want to do like longer sessions and stuff, that you always have enough to energize it. But
right, yeah, I always just keep the
keep like an extra in the shop.
Yeah, just keep the points in the shop so I can get some essence if I need to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so other than familiars, is there any like topic you want to flesh out before we get into all of the equip stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much help you're going to be, but the Explorer Mage Discord, it was saying Ice Lightning should be hitting around like somewhere between 27, 29k mobs an hour on LH6.
On LH6?
And I don't get, I get like 25. I don't know if that is because my will skill isn't one-shotting or if I just my rotation, but
is that does that have anything to do with if people use normal Lucid Soul?
They were saying like 27 should definitely be possible without Lucid.
Okay. LH6 Kana numbers. No, I've only got one metric here from Kana. This is a 24.2.
Right.
So if you're getting close to that on Ice Lightning, you can be doing too poorly.
No, exactly. I was like 25 should be fine. Like for this, I was doing PD4 because I watched the Sacrix's video and then realized, wait, he's using Frenzy, not Wild.
Yeah. You're like, why does he kill so many more monsters? Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was killing 18k an hour, and I was like, oh, well. So this is like a big upgrade, right? Like it's a higher level mob. Got familiars.
Was he killing like 40k?
I don't know how much he was killing.
Yeah. 29k sounds like a stretch. You always want to be careful with that upper bounds level of people that people post, because a lot of times those are like the theoretical maxes, which even if you're like human, that's, you know, not really possible sometimes. Very few maps, go that high. I mean, 25k should always be great, but yeah, 25 or 26. That's 1k, right? So that's like a 4% margin, right?
Yep.
So if 26 is like pretty much what you can do, and you're firing on 96% of your capacity, I think that's pretty solid. Like for me personally, that would be fine. So it depends on how much you think that's important.
Yeah. So it's made of.
I don't know if there's certain rotations that anyone has like filmed or something of the map, maybe that you can see the difference.
Yeah, just linked you a video.
Oh, okay.
It's 26.7k, and then now he gets 28k. Same route.
On YouTube. Oh, here we go. Ice Age, and does he kind of talk about like what stat he is?
No, there's nothing there.
1.07 bill per hour, 100% magic.
Yeah, I wish I hit that. That'd be great.
Vecpat, the possibility for other maps and labs such as DC3 and DC4. No lucid
I
soul.
think this.
No Vecpat. Okay.
This is it's no lucid soul.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like summons on the right, jump down on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Like jump up and down and do some chain lightnings.
Yeah, it's like letting your summons do a lot of the work, right?
Yeah, because between the Snow Lady, whatever she's called, and the will skill, you cover it like 75% of the time, I think.
Mm-hmm. Using Earth Shower as well?
Yeah, I'm not using that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how helpful it is.
Yeah, on an Ice Lightning. I guess it can help it so that you don't have to go all the way up. You can go like to second highest platform and then pop it whenever it's off cooldown, I guess.
But yeah, I mean, still 25k is a lot better than I was doing before, so happy enough with the rates.
Does he put the summon at all?
Yes, right there.
Oh, right there, okay.
Hits both the top and the middle platform.
Yeah, it's got a sick range and a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, that's like the biggest change that I found from when I came back. It's like, oh my god, this thing is a summon now? What the fuck?
Yeah, and they're going to increase the duration even more on Ignition. So.
Great.
Oh, and they put the summon there instead, yeah.
Yeah, will skill instead of the summon, and then when the will skill's out next rotation, after he does his other Ice Age, he comes back and puts the Ice Lady, Snow Lady.
Mm-hmm. And do you loot on the same and at the same rotation as this?
Yeah, so I always loot on Ice Age.
Yeah.
Because it clears like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the other side looting.
Yeah. and it's still killing.
Like chilling while Ice Age is killing what I usually.
And do you think your kill speed is around the same?
It looks similar-ish. Okay. His Ice Age also 2 taps, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, I might loot more thoroughly. I think that might be it.
It could be something small like that, yeah. I mean, if it's just like 4%.
Yeah, like over an hour.
Yeah, it adds up, yeah.
I'm on it.
Well, I guess maybe in your mesos it'll end up being like a plus in the meso then maybe, because you kill more monsters. If you kill enough monsters extra, then it's okay losing some bags, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, if he's getting a 1 bill an hour, that's pretty big. Like I get maybe 750, maybe 800 if I'm on like full Legion Wealth and what.
800. You're saying 800, 850 if you're on full?
750 or 800 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I think I haven't really done. Like I did 1 totem on full, and that was the first time I trained there. So it wasn't great.
Yeah,
my first time is always harder.
Wonder as well if someone does like 5 minutes and then just multiplies by 12.
I think he does 6 minutes and multiplies by 10.
Yeah. Just because you can do it for like 6 minutes doesn't mean you can do it for a whole hour, right? So you always have to run down a little bit.
Yeah, like I did a 58-minute BA, and I hit 24.5 Ks. But yeah, I think the 6 and then multiply. You can multiply an error by a factor.
Yeah, if it's 2k. Yeah, I don't know to which extent you're trying to rush it that much. But I mean, if you're pretty much killing at the same speed and It's going to be just rounding errors, right? You might have like a
yeah,
good
like
6 minutes.
everything dies at the same speed. It's just if I do the rotation correct.
Mm-hmm. When you're in EU on EU ping, so that shouldn't be difficult.
No, that's, yeah, ping is good. The map is a bit weird. The mobs, they spawn and then they're not targetable for a while.
Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. So hopefully you're not wasting any time trying to like hit monsters that are not targetable, I guess.
Yeah, every once in a while you just blizzard and then it's like, oh wait, that was
too early. Yeah. Yeah, I have that sometimes. I pop like 1,000 swords on the Demon Avenger and be like, to kill everything that's about to spawn. It's like, oh, and then it spawns like half a second after you press the button. You're like, oh, I should have waited.
Yep.
Just when you think you know the rhythm, you don't. Yeah, it might be a matter of just like always pressing the buttons also immediately when they come up, like, right? Like Ice Age, like always immediately press it.
Yep.
If you wait a few seconds. And one other thing that's kind of small, but it adds up a lot, I've noticed, is like if you have ever a dead moment, always use that dead moment to refresh your totem.
Yes.
Because even if it expires just a little bit, yeah. If it expires even just a little bit, that's always painful. But yeah, you got Ice Age is a minute, right? 60-second timer? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 60 seconds. And like it kills everything first before it starts ticking, so probably the best time to use it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if other than that you're following the video, yeah, it might be kill speed, so you could consider like rotating your guild skills and rotating your infinity if you think that makes a difference. You can always try that.
Yeah, I got a little bit more symbols. I think 3 of them leveled up today, and then with my training setup, I now 50% them. So I think with the
final damage.
Yeah,
okay.
And then if I think if I put pop guild skills, I will one take ice. So that might. I don't think it changes much. I don't think they spawn fast enough for it to make a difference. Maybe like the very last tick, instead of leaving them at half HP, it kills them.
Yeah, if that makes even like a little bit of difference on a certain amount of kills, it'll add up over an hour. Yeah, but yeah, I'm always a little bit weary of the 10-minute test, like that's, or a 6-minute test and then times 10. Like that means that, like, theoretically, but not necessarily very easy or scalable, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're doing 24 to 25, then I think you're doing fine. That's a lot of monsters. Most of the places I train in don't kill that many, so.
I'm a little sad the totems are going away. Like, it feels so dumb to learn a new rotation right before totems are going away. But then again, I still have like, I haven't touched this month's yet. So I have like at least 10 to go still. I don't think I'll make enough reward points to get all 15.
Yeah, I mean, even then it's at 20 to 30 hours, right? So that's worth getting some good rates on, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, equips wise, I'm not sure what to focus on. I think WSC will have at least 2 usable lines. Gear is all 2 line at least. My accessories are a bit scuffed.
What's the scuffed? Sorry?
The accessories are scuffed.
Okay, so they're still dropping Mezzo. That's like your main thing, or?
Yeah, like I don't have any really good damage gear.
No dedicated damage gear? Okay.
I have a Blackbane Mark that's 2 line, 17 stars. Nice.
Wait, did you roll the flame on the Dominator at 17 stars?
Yes.
Oh.
Do I have to unstar it?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to, but I would.
Does it make a big difference if I transpose it at 17?
You'd have to. I have to Google for that, but I think it'll very easily be something like 3 stat, 3 attack, something like that. So that'll be like 12 flame score off. Which, I mean, it would still make your flame really good, but
I can just safeguard it and tap it, and it will surely end up on 16 and not 18.
Well, if it's 17, you can't safeguard anymore, right? You can only safeguard up to 17,
right,
but not past it. Yeah. But if you ever have a backup, then you still can transfer the trace over, and the flame will be saved.
True.
But yeah, it'll be up to you what you want to do. I don't think it. I mean, it's still going to be like a 100+ billion value flame, even if it gets like taken off a little bit.
Yeah, like it's a big.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be a huge difference. It depends on how much you want to min-max on that, I guess. Was that Gachi? I believe that was his dog. I don't know if the dog is called Gachi, maybe.
The dog is not called Gachi.
It's called Billy Harrington.
It is also not called Billy.
Okay, unfortunate. Aniki, maybe? I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
The dog is into bondage, so it always tries to wrap itself in its leash.
Oh, I see. So, okay, a little bit.
It's a little bit. Yeah, so
Van
I think
Darkholm is the inspiration.
Yeah, for rings, I'm still rocking a Noble Atheist ring.
Mm-hmm. That's good, though. If you're able to do the things that you're doing, that means that you have a lot of room for improvement. That's always nice.
Yes, so I just crafted a Meister ring. That isn't in the thing, so I can actually like start that up. Maybe I'll start it up to 15 on tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that might be worth doing. And then whenever Shining is around, just 17 should be a big upgrade over the other.
Yeah, 17, and I mean you're also at the point where the next stuff you're looking at is tapping past 17, right?
Yes, I was thinking of like whenever Shining comes around, like tap at least CRA to 18 or 19.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like I'm not touching Absol. Absol is fine. It's 17. It's 2-line. It's unique. I'm not going to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Get Arcanes at some point.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be the things you'd be looking for is definitely like getting the accessories on board, CRA to 19, and then into Arcanes. Like that's definitely the 3 major things you're looking at. And then after all that, you can cycle back to like your your SE, right? Like, but the W I guess would be part of the Arcane. But like WSE would then that would be the next thing to circle back to.
To 3 lines, I guess.
Yeah, 3 usable lines, you know.
Yeah, because the shield I think is good.
Yeah, what was it, like stat boss magic attack, I think, right?
It's boss ID magic attack.
Boss ID magic, yeah. Yeah, it's not like an ideal, but it is a flexible piece, so it means that whatever you hit on the other ones, you can work around it. So.
And it's not a 40% or anything, but.
Mm-hmm. I guess eventually you don't need ID, right?
Guess.
But it might depend.
Although having a lot of ID allows me to put the Legion into buff degree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because you definitely scale very well off of leveling your Legion. I guess in general that's good. That's also a big part of the advice is if you want to get into endgame with like Explorer Mage, just in general, an 8k Legion is highly, highly valuable. So you can max out most of the things, including the buff duration in your Legion. But yeah, up until there, yeah, it'll allow you to go into buff duration over the ID without feeling like your damage is not going through anymore. So if it's 3 useful lines, it's value. So you're definitely in a good spot. But then, yeah, depending on what the weapon rolls.
The emblem, I'd like to get 3 lines on that.
Mm-hmm.
It also feels like it's going to take so much. So
yeah, even on a cube sale, it'll still be like 30 bill on average. So it makes more sense to just focus on the accessories and the star forcing there and the backups, and then just keep your eye on Arcane and then circle back afterwards towards the emblem once all that other dust has settled, you know, and those quote-unquote direct gains are gone. And you'll be sitting on more money, but you'll want to, whenever you find an Arcane, you'll want to be able to immediately capitalize on it and switch over.
Yep. So for accessories, what was it? The Gollux, the drops were earrings and belts, right?
Earrings and belts, yes, yeah, and the pendant and the ring you have to buy with coins.
Yeah, because the ring would be a good upgrade because I'm rocking a solid ring.
Yeah, solid ring, not bad, but I mean the rings themselves, the Gollux stuff themselves is kind of shit, but it's really just a set bonus, right? That's amazing.
Yes.
The base stats even for superior is kind of it's not really that impactful. So which accessories would you be looking for? Because we got a few more that you're not equipping as well, right?
Yes.
Are those like drop rate or?
So the rings, I have one other ring, the Silver Blossom ring, which used it rolled like a triple line, and it was like barely as good as the solid Gollux ring, barely better. So I decided to just roll it because it will roll triple on unique.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like maybe I roll that one into drop, and then seeing. But like basically these are just the rings I have equipped all the time.
So you have those, and you have a Meister, you have the Silver Blossom, and you have the Kana Treasure?
Yeah, Kana Treasure I have equipped. It's Meso and Prime Minings.
Yeah, as backups you have like a few Kana Treasures, yeah.
Yes, I have 3 Kana's Treasure backups. And then I have 1 Meister ring. I can almost craft a second one, so I'll have a backup.
Well. Okay. And when it comes to like drop and Mezzo ring, do you have like the full set? The full 9 pieces have 1 of each?
Yes. I think so. Yes.
Could I get extra eye and face, extra pendants?
Yeah. A great pendant with Meso on it.
Okay.
Makes sense. And then another condensed power crystal with drop on it. Sarcum face or eye, whatever it is, with Meso on it.
With Meso, and then the earrings with drop, I'm guessing.
The superior have Mesos on.
And the Diacitas that you have?
They're 21% int and just like the same level of quality as the superior golem. So I should probably just re-roll them.
Yeah, I re-roll those for drop. So, or if you end up with Mezzo, then that gives you the green light to re-roll the superior for full damage, right?
Yes, exactly. But that is like it's already a 2-line, two non-primes, but still it's
that's true. Yeah, you want either
that's kind of what I'm running into.
30 int or drop on the on the earring. Yeah. Wait,
is it worth rolling the Dom Pendant to legendary?
It's not necessary, right? Because the potential re-rolls when you transpose.
Right, but it doesn't. It leaves the tier.
It's a tier, yeah. But there's like a chance that you roll like 30 int, right? And then you have to transpose and lose it.
Sure. But I mean, if there's a chance I roll 30, then just bonus.
Well, then you will keep it as a Dominator, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be useful for a while to go for 20. So
yeah, that's true. You can see.
Do we get an event ring in Ignition?
Ignition, yeah. I went over this so long ago. And I think I've completely forgotten to keep up with the last update. That was October 27th. Jeebus. Home. I believe there is Eternal Flame. Yeah, but I don't think from the shop. I'm not sure. Because Eternal Flame doesn't really count. I don't have it in the event ring list either because it's like an event reward on the character itself, right? It's very different from being able to buy it. Event ring? Event ring only Meister cubes. Selective voucher. See if the other one has more. Ooh, not this one. This one. Oh. Ring. Spring, clearing. Oh god, a lot of ways of saying ring without actually being a ring. Cross ring, ring of karma. Nope. Because I don't remember it. Shops don't sell the rings anymore. Doesn't look like they're gonna have one. I mean, we had those boxes before, right? We had those selection.
I've never seen those. So I think I quit like just after Awake. So I have an Awake ring, and that's it for an event ring.
Yeah, we had those like event ring selector boxes or something, and then you can select either Awake, Grandis, or the Glory Guard ring.
Yeah, I saw those videos. It's like, cool. I hope we get one of those in Ignition.
Mm-hmm. Over attendance from leveling. There's some symbol ones. Slot expansion. Growth. Symbols. Wait, what was that one before this? Is there a shop? No, there is, but it's like wait, cash shop. Grasshopper. Wasn't there a regular shop? Like the same as Destiny one? Yeah, and Destiny didn't have them either, right? There was an event before Destiny where everyone got their rings. And then there were some peripheral events around Destiny where people would get the selector boxes. So then they would get extra from that. And then also have the flame ring. So it doesn't look like there's any rings coming. Sadly.
That's sad. No good drop rings then.
Yeah. No, but like you said, you're basically going to be adding probably like another cut of treasure, right? Adding the Meister, adding the Superior, adding, and then you can get the Blossom to come in. So you have the amount of rings. You're just going to have to repurpose what their function is.
Yes, I mean these are all already. They're already dropping Mesa rings, so just leave them at what they are and. Maybe switch one or two out, like the Connor ring obviously wants to be a damage ring.
Wait, this is the previous... Yeah, there might be like a login reward ring, someone is saying. I don't... The problem is like I go over all these things when they come out, right? And then they forget about them because it's 6 months ago. And then we get like the patches and then I refresh all of it. Like the Stellar Pass? Yeah, something like the login thing. Except that this time the rewards were a little bit different. The word pass does not exist. Hello? Pass? Nope. Let's see, where is it? Spring project. Sotem. Ignition pass is 250s. Yeah, wasn't that supposed to be in Korea's version in between Destiny and Ignition of the Fairy Bros was also longer, and they had 2 level 250 potions in there as well, but because they had to change the duration of that event for us, they cut that one out so we can't rely on that, sadly. Map changes, skill changes. Anniversary event usually has rings. I mean, in my brain, anniversary event still usually has maple leaves and maple weapons, but that isn't until May as well, right? So that's gonna be a while from now. And next pool game points. Chair rewards. That was the ring, was it? No. Medals. Well, even if there are some, it's not going to be big, so don't rely on it, I guess. Because it's going to have trouble finding if there's anything like that. I'm face, you have that stuff. Yeah, and how are you with like Sweetwater stuff? Have you built that up at all, or have you been hating that?
I got to the second boat today. I haven't really been doing it much. It's like the last thing in the dailies that I do, if I do them.
Okay, yeah.
It's like lowest priority, like highest priority symbol dailies, first thing I do. And then do all daily bosses for reward points so I can actually get all the totems I can get still. So those are definitely going out the window the moment Ignition hits.
Yeah.
No more daily bosses at that point.
Okay.
It's not really worth the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, daily bosses and then call a totem, do some Monster Park. They like it. Stuff.
Well, yeah, because mainly for when it comes to commerce, like you want to be looking at what is the possible future of some of the pieces you have now. When are you going to be really replacing that, right? Because you're like in that phase that you're phasing out of the boss accessory set and going into full Gollux and Sweetwater stuff, essentially.
Yep.
We're using the bean mark already because that's a good in between, of course.
Yeah, I haven't gotten lucky yet on the map mark.
Yeah, would be nice.
Yeah, would be nice. Would be nice to get a slime ring as well, but not getting my hopes up for those.
Yeah, it's best not to. You can hope for it, but don't count on it. Symbols are coming along quite nicely. How's Dream Defender doing? Are you climbing decently in there?
I climbed to 90.
Okay.
Not really sure what I should be aiming for. It's a bit of a drag to climb it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean 90 to 100 is a lot of extra work for just one extra symbol. So I think 90 is fine, unless you're really, really strong, then it makes sense to push. But yeah, 90 is totally okay.
Yeah, like with Infinity, like pushing 80 to 90 was not bad. 90 to 100, tried to do it in the same go. A little bit harder.
A little bit, yeah. Could also push with guild skills, right? And then use them daily.
Yeah, I usually try it whenever I like do weekly bosses, and then I have some guild skill duration left over. I go into Dream Defender.
See if you can push. Yeah.
Yeah. See if I can push 10 floors and then hope for it. But yeah. 9.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was really...
And then one extra, so you get like 18 a day, right? So it's not too bad.
Good.
Same pace as Arcana.
Yeah, so is there there was a max, right, for the Spirit Savior?
Spirit Savior? Yeah, that gives you can get up to 10 symbols from Spirit Savior.
You only need to hit 10k?
If you have 2 skips, then just one run for 10k is good, yeah. And then you can auto-complete the second and third, and then you get your 30.
Perfect. Because I hate that content. It's like the worst thing they've implemented. But I get 10k like most days, 7.5 like the others. I think like 90% I get 10k. The teleport on the slopes is the worst.
Yeah.
So if you have teleport mastery on, then you go nice and fast and you stay in front of the toxic spirit.
Yeah.
But then if you want to go up the slope and do like jump teleports into the slope, you can't do that with teleport mastery. So you toggle it off, go for the slope.
Yeah, one thing you can do is you can up jump side teleport.
Right.
That might be easier. Or up jump up teleport and then side teleport instead. And go like instead of trying to go to diagonal, going like the corner.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
so like short like up jump and then just spamming the teleport and then you immediately go to the side whenever you do reach the because that is one of the more annoying things. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I finally get like a consistent-ish 10k on that. Found they put the little PQs in for the other two as well, so those are going to be a lot faster than that.
Oh yeah, you're doing the whatever it's called, Runheim defense or something, and
and the Asphera shooting
stars. Not sure what that one is called. Rift Breaker, is that? No, that might be.
That one's actually kind of fun.
I think it's fun too, but so time consuming. But yeah,
get them all in one go. Get the 10 energy, shoot 10 shots, never miss.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Just don't miss.
Just don't miss, forehead. And if you do miss a while, then sometimes you get like an item, right? And you loot it, and then it automatically booms 2 because they just feel bad that you're missing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you're really bad, you kill the monsters. You can drop some kind of orb, and if you loot that, it automatically blows up 2 of them, just for people who are really bad. Yeah.
Nice.
Or I guess if you have like horrible ping or something, and it always goes like the wrong speed, it could be really hard to hit something, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, symbols are getting along. They just I do them daily. I sometimes do them on the DB. The DB clears.
Oh right, yeah.
The DB clears up to HMag.
HMag,
like 4 doors in HMag, so I'm quite happy leaving it there for a bit.
And
at least until Shining.
Does that include for you? Include normal sickness for you with that? Yeah.
Yeah. Normal sickness is. I think H-Mag is actually the hardest thing.
Yeah. Okay.
15 lives, and I don't want to buy 15 buff freezers.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah, you want to be able to go in like almost buff freezer-less, right? Or do all the other bosses and then go H-Mag last, so that if you have some buff freezers left, you just use them there and then kind of like throw bodies at the problem until he goes away.
Yep, we'll just call him the problem.
I mean, that's what he is. We call him the problem, or AIDS-Mag. I always also call him that.
That works.
Yeah, it's just necessary evil to to get through. Nobody really enjoys H-Mag, I guess. Unless you have really low ping, and then it can be really fun, like challenging to try to dodge. And getting really good at that does help with positioning and responding quickly on things like when you're moving into hard will, for example. Because you really just want to be dodging as much as possible so that your Moonlight production never gets halted. And if you get really good at just, responding quickly and slight minor adjustments when you're moving, just enough to dodge everything, that will help a lot in switching in Moonlight, especially if you're in a party that's like struggling in the beginning to get hard will done.
Right, yeah. I found Will P2 specifically quite hard. Like I did some practice runs with like a 2-man, and we got to phase 2. I'd just die out there.
Yeah. You get through phase 1 with a good amount of lives?
Like 7 left usually. Depending on how much attention I can pay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, would you say you could do better if you just paid more attention, or is there stuff in phase 1 that you could...
I could definitely just like pay more attention to phase 1. It's not hard. I think I can keep up with healing there. Can basically eat everything except for his pushes and his little whatever it is.
Yeah, a lot of it is like H-Mag, where you want to keep him in the middle of the map, right? You don't want him like teleporting all over the place and then putting those big tornadoes through the map. That's the main thing. So if you can keep him in the middle and then just teleport around him as he faces you and attacks you, then phase 1 should be very, very doable. Because then you have enough Moonlight, right? Considering you dodge enough, you build your Moonlight, you should be fine. The main problem is going to be in phase 2 if your low party is just like very low healing, so your positioning is very important. There's a few mini games you can check out for Will, where you can kind of like practice stuff. One of them kind of shows that it takes forever to load them, but one of them can kind of show the just in general the this one loaded immediately. Nice. I guess it was already loaded. But you can kind of see the patterns. So typically if you go where the legs were before, you can kind of see the speed with which they hit, right? So you can see how quickly you need to respond to be able to not get hit.
Does that have music?
And also, if you stand in the middle, you can get hit by 2 at once sometimes. That's usually in phase 2 what really kills you. If you stand all the way in the middle, and then you get hit by 2 legs at once, that's destructive. Yeah.
No, it's the pushback.
Yeah.
Oh, he does it backwards. That kills me.
For push, what I like to do, depending on the class you're in, of course, is like wait right until he does the push animation, and then just up jump over it, so I can stay in the middle of the map.
Up jumps.
But
usually when I'm
works a lot better with a full party and full healing, of course.
It's like figuring out like, he's like the fact that he's pushing backwards instead of front, like, sure, but then
not always.
That with which way he is finally facing,
yeah,
like facing right, and then he does, and then by the time I figured it out in my head, it's like he's done the attack and pushed me into a web.
Yep. So therefore, the most important part is that you keep him in the middle of the map, and you stay in the middle. And if he is slightly to one side, then you stand on the other side, right? Kind of like with H-Mag, how you always, if he dashes, you're trying to get him to dash towards the middle always, right?
Yep.
Same thing with Will. You want to make sure that if he does push you, that you're okay with the distance of getting pushed and that you won't be in the webs. It's the problem is when he's a little bit to the side and then you go stand like in between, like right in the middle between him and the webs, then you're like in the perfect distance to still get pushed, and then you get pushed just far enough to be on top of the webs, and then that's what will happen every time. So if he's in the middle, you need to be in the middle as well, right on top of him. He doesn't do touch damage, so that's good. but you just have to be careful for the legs.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I find it hard, like figuring out what's in the reflections, what's not in the reflect. Like it's like suddenly you have two characters to look at. Two bosses to look at.
I don't even look at the reflections. I just try to up jump over I look at his attack animation, like when he does the attack, and then just up jump over it. And if you have enough healers, you just out heal all of the little balls and the legs that you tank that way.
And the spider?
I up jump over that as well. Typically, up jump can still help you get hit because he walks too slowly, so you have to get a little bit of forward momentum. So
right, I can do the.
So I wouldn't do this,
floating.
but I would do like that. Yeah, and you could do the float a little bit as well. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go that high. Like this is high enough, right? Yeah.
The float helps. Once I get used to it.
And you can down teleport if you want to right after it, like smash into the ground. Oh, I guess we got into Will. Did we end the topic for you for equips properly, or is there more things that you have questions about?
Yeah, still not like 100% sure what I should be focusing on. Like I guess just wait for Star Force event. Tap Candace's treasure. Tap the black bean mark maybe. Not sure if that's worth that.
If you have backups, you can kind of treat it in the same way. So like the group of CRA for most characters is just CRA. The only other items that will fall into there are like the Star Forceable secondary, so shields and kataras. But you know that's only a few characters who can have that. So shields is easy to get backups for and to tap beyond. And then would be black bean mark. Yeah, if you have or case bean mark, whichever one it is. If you have backups for that, those would be in a similar level. If you have roughly the same amount of backups, you can give it a go.
Yeah. Is it worth tapping the belt? Tapping bean belt? So that can transfer into reinforced and then superior, right? Oh wait, no, it can.
No, this is 140, so straight into superior. Yeah, that's why this one is so good. That you can maintain the value. The next transfer you'd want to do for superior makes most sense to go from 21 down to 20.
Right.
Because it's just very inefficient to do like 1 or 2 stars at a time, right? Because you're paying 1 extra star every time, so it becomes almost unaffordable past a certain point. And if you're thinking about getting something to 21 in order to transfer, before that, it would make more sense to get something to 21 and just to wear as a 21, which would be CRA again, basically.
Alright, so but like the pink bean belt, I could 21 if I want.
Yeah, so if you're looking at like star forcing, major like next steps would be like switching into like star forcing rings or event rings at 17. If you're going to get like big event rings in there, if for some reason like you can get those are the same or even stronger than 17 star rings, so those can push back a little bit the necessity for getting Star Force rings, which means that those Star Force rings you can either get to 19 or to 21 before you have to switch over into them, so you can go a little bit YOLO on them. But before you do that, you probably have more backups for things like CRA, so getting the CRA from 19 up to 21 would make more sense mathematically, basically. Yeah.
Do I just step everything to 19 and then first just like kind of spread out the love and then try for like a 21?
You could do that, but so like I said, I wouldn't do it on things that you would get transferred into, right? So like on a superior ring, for example, you wouldn't do it, right? But you could do it on the backup stuff.
So what do I transfer? What do I transfer into the superior earring?
The superior ring?
Earring.
Into the earring. That would be reinforced earrings. So
Okay.
Hopefully you've been hanging on to those.
I have one of them.
One, yeah.
I get like cracked and solid drops only.
Yep. That sounds about right. Yeah.
It's never blue or green. It's always just crap. So.
Yeah, it's blue or green. Yeah, and then extra dominators for the pendant, extra kind of treasures and meisters for the superior ring.
I boomed one dom pendant, and I finally got this one afterwards. Put it on, and I haven't seen one.
Yeah, drop rate is really bad. Once you get that large drop familiar, that should help quite a bit with getting them. Yeah.
But yeah, I think like Is there anything I could do before Shining? Because I think that's Shining in December.
Yeah, most likely in December. Well, I would say get as many backups as possible from everything, right? So make sure you don't forget any kind of chances of getting Meisters, you know, kind of treasure rings. Those are going to be very valuable because you want a high Star Force kind of treasure, you want a high Star Force Meister, you want another one to transfer into Superior, and then another one for Superior into Slime eventually, right? So you can never really have enough of those. Yeah, Dominators, of course. Make sure you keep doing Arc. I don't. We didn't really look at your Legion, but make sure that your Legion is big enough to supply you of coins, so that you can keep using drop coupons, right?
Right. Yeah, I haven't really been using drop coupons much because I've been like expending Legion coins for XP and wealth.
Yeah.
Mostly XP because I just want to get levels.
Yeah. Yeah, levels are pretty important, so I get that.
Yeah, I'm another 130 levels up. I'm almost at 7k now. But with Night Troop not there, it's pain.
Yeah, Night Troop is it's quite a difficult thing to live up to. Quite impossible. Only like a haste event or something would be even remotely close.
Have any of those? Like when about like the Night Troop kind of happens the same time every year, right?
I mean, yeah, there's just never a guarantee, right, that it will come back. They might also say like that was the last Night Troop. Hope you enjoyed it. Never coming back. Rip. You know.
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, like I do a couple levels on like Legion every once in a while. It's just it was very nice and quick up to 6k.
Yep.
And then so much harder because I use all totems and all double XP coupons, and whatever I get go on the main.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, once totems are gone, it'll kind of even the playing field on where your time is best spent. It'll be a lot closer. And that should take a little bit of pressure off, but in a way it puts more pressure on, you know, because you need more time to make the same gains. But on the other hand, you can also, it doesn't feel as bad to say I'm going to work on this other character now, because it won't be, you know, EXP per hour wouldn't be as big.
Once I get in like 255 and swap back to Bishop, I think then when I start maybe putting some double XP cards and whatnot in Legion.
Yeah, you've got Holy Symbol then, of course. Real Holy Symbol is quite massive.
Yep, that's nice.
Not to underestimate. Yeah, it's just if you're remaining your character.
2.5 and 2.6 in Limina. We're giving similar rates for bishops, Ice Lightnings.
2.6? Huh.
2.6 is hard apparently. Arcane Force requirement and damage requirement. So I don't think you get the 50% bonus.
It's very high. Well, and also the map layout is not great. It's pretty far stretched out, so you have that extra summon, right? You're really gonna need that to cover some of the maps that otherwise other people are like, I can never get to this.
Yeah, 2.6 is 1,000 arcane requirement, so you don't ever get.
Jesus, I didn't know it was that high. Yeah, 1,500. That's a rough one.
I guess if you put everything in your hyperstats, maybe.
You would even need an event, because I know people go for 10% extra on Black Mage, but the only way you can do that is if you get if there's some kind of event buff plus hyperstats, and that's like a 10% on top of the Black Mage, which is 1320. So that means it gets you to 14. Yeah, you need to get like 1460 or something, like 1450 plus. But then this is 1500. Yeah, you need very high.
Right, yeah, so that's not happening. I think people were saying 2.5 in the Explorer Mage Discord for Bishop, and they were getting pretty good rate.
Yeah, I mean, Limit in general, though, even if you're not getting the 50%, it's definitely, you can get the 30%, right? So you can get the bonus damage. Although, the 30% is probably, by that time, you're already closer to closing in on 260 and trying to get out of this area, but a lot of people will stay here for familiars, right? Getting that with boss fams.
Yeah.
That's not too out there as a plan. Some people would even say that with the current state, they would just go and train in Cernium to get those levels during Night Troop, and then just go back afterwards to make FAMs again.
Unless you get lucky on FAMs, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like my arc has okay, because it was around when the familiars came out, so I got like the hundreds, thousands of epics kind of just reveal until you got something good. But the DA has basically nothing. You got like healing and a few IEDs, that's it.
I think people were saying, at least what I could see was 900 mil an hour on 2.5 as a bishop, so that's
okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'll consider that more than good. I don't post those rates.
Bit hard to find through because it's just like Discord chats that you have to scroll through. So nobody makes nice resources, right? With a Twitch chat where you can use commands.
Yeah. Yeah, try to keep it in one place, try to keep it organized. Yeah, spreading stuff really thin on so many commands though, it does open you up to things getting outdated. So that's the step after that is maintenance.
Yeah, this is like hearsay, but this guy's like, my bishop friend's getting 26 game up kills in 2.5 without Vec.
Damn, okay.
So, like, at that point, I'm like, well, I might as well switch.
Yeah, might as well switch, yeah. And Ignition gives you that, the Urda shower as well. The Urda fountain or whatever. So then you basically have the same summon that Ice Lightning has now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Peacekeeper is good for long range. Very simple.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just throw it out and go the other way. Yeah.
That's what I like about Bishop. Training is just brain dead wherever you go. Like there is no way to make it complicated.
Yeah, you don't have crazy inputs or insane mobility. You just teleport and you have like 2 or 3 skills. That's it. Yeah.
7 summons to keep track of, and you just teleport and you.
Yep. Just teleport and blast and bang. I still don't know how my mom got her bishop to 250 before totems and Kana and Kishin existed and all that stuff. Jeez. Or like without Kishin, old bishop to 250 and like, I think it's just endlessly in CLP. I think she actually trained in like morass maps, like that, because it had more burn or something. She would like train on like the bow guys and the and the wizards or something, like in those maps.
Oh no, not those maps.
I don't even know. She'd be like, but it's high level burn. It's like, but mom, but it's so bad. Like, oh.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like Legion, it's just a couple levels every day, maybe.
Slow and steady.
And then, yeah, whenever there's bunks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hard on the bunks.
Yeah, there's gonna be that infinity pool thing in Ignition, so.
I only got like four bunks out of Night Troop because I didn't rank up to veteran until like 4 days before the end of the event.
Yeah, because you came in halfway.
Yeah, Legion is all 140 sadly.
Yeah, get some 141 so you can get to bonking. Yeah, you'll benefit a lot from 8K because of the buff duration value, so.
Yeah, I think what people were saying was put crit damage, buff duration, and boss damage in. People don't even put IED in most. Yeah,
with your emblem right now. Well, you don't have the Superior Golic set yet, right? So that's kind of already catching for itself. Yeah.
When I have that, I can swap it out.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the...
Because at the moment I'm on 95% with familiars. So like 92, 3-ish without familiars because I probably want to run healing.
Yeah, if you take ID out, then you'll be like 88 or 89. Yeah, that's not great.
Like that's a big 40%. But yeah, is there anything I can upgrade for the Shining?
Well, there was talks of there maybe being a cube sale at the end of November, like around Black Friday.
Right.
If that is a thing, could definitely work on those. Because the one thing you can work on would be accessories, right?
Yep.
I don't know if it's worth waiting from now all the way until Shining just to get like the Meister Ring to 17, for example. If you're sitting on an Ephios ring that's Meso obtained that could like replace and get in there, so I would work on that potential at least. If the potential is like okay-ish, you roll, I don't know, you roll like 18% or something, and you're like, I'll just, you know, get the 2 stars to clean that out. Or you roll like 24% and then equip it as a 15-star. Depends on how much patience you have there. But if you're going to be working on getting those accessories really replaced with damaging ones, then I would also get them some nice potential so that you really feel for bossing, feel that difference.
Right. Yep. Is it worth using the cube seal to go for the emblem?
That's probably too early. I would hold off on that and wait and go harder on Star Force first. Harder on CRA, and then CRA to 19, some other stuff to everything to 17, CRA to 19, and then if you still have money left at that point, CRA to 21, and then like the stuff that needs to go and transfer to 21, or like you said, like 19, and then tap some things to 19 that you are equipping anyway. But the focus, like let's say you get a superior belt, right, and you have the same belt as now, 17. If you can make it to 21 on the pink bead belt and then transfer it in one go to the superior belt, that could be a good move, right? Because then you only have to do the potential one time. But are you going to stop at 20, or are you going to want to get to 21 before you transfer over? Is that going to depend on fund, on backups, on you personally? Are you okay with sitting on 20? Some people just see 20 and they just tap like they can't.
I can tap and hold. I can just leave it there.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, haven't spent much money. I think maybe spent 3 bill total since I got back.
Okay. But yeah, because you could also say like, because if the opportunity definitely arises to like get the CRA to 19 and you still have plenty of money left, you could also try to go for something like the belt, so you only have to do the potential once. That'll save you some extra money. And there'll be always a 15 later that you can tap the CRA to 21 on. Like there's no real rush there.
Yeah, there's always 5, 10, 15s at some point.
Well, never say always,
wow.
And never say never, but it is MapleStory after all. But I would say that's a pretty high level of likelihood, yeah.
Cool. I'll do that for the gear. That makes sense.
And then I mean, if you get lucky and you get some pieces to drop from the what's it called, from Arcane, but I guess making an arcane weapon. How close are you with the Lotus runs?
So I have 8 stones now. The butterfly stones.
Okay. Yeah, so it's 16 more, so it's at least 8 more weeks.
Wait, you buy it from... I thought you were going to buy the weapon from...
Yeah, it kind of depends on how quickly you progress. So some people will do Lucid literally for months before they even get to Will, just because either they can't find a party or it's just, they progress more slowly. And at that point, if you think about it, it's best to just get the weapon ASAP so that you can use that to get into Hard Lucid and Hard Will, get a chance for box, and increase the amount of droplets that you can get every week. And then it doesn't really make sense to wait for Will. So it depends on how quickly you're moving from one into the other. If you're setting up the Will now and you're going to be only like 8 drops behind, then it probably makes more sense to get it from Will,
Can you move your head?
I just did, This 4-key 42069 always needs me to move my head. I'm not sure what that is in, but we're dancing monkeys, so we oblige,
What's the like requirements for Hard, Lucid, and Will part?
We were actually talking about that. A lot of people go by BAs. If you're a support, of course, it's not as important. For Bishop, of course, you want to have good stat so that you probably want to be over 30k stat so that your benediction gets nice and big. I think if you can solo normal, that you're definitely, both mechanics wise and damage wise, definitely in the ballpark. and if everyone in the party has that, you have the achievement for being able to solo normal, then you should be fine. Like, because you have people who know the mechanics, you have people who have the determination, who know what to expect, or just don't fuck around, and they have at least some basic level of damage that they are able to do it, right? Because you get an achievement when you solo it, so you can just link the achievement, and then people know that you have done that.
Right.
So I think that's a really good benchmark. When it comes to like doing the BA and stuff, as a support, I'm pretty sure as long as you're at like 1 trill, you should be totally fine. DPMs are a little bit higher, burst even higher. But yeah, like I said, I'd rather have
40-second BA.
Yeah, 40-second BA. Yeah, I'd rather have like 5 other people in my party who have soloed normal Lucid, even on another character, but at least know what goes into it. Rather than have people who like meet the BAs or have doubled the necessary BAs but have no fucking idea how to do the boss, and they just hit a target dummy for 4 trill. Like, that doesn't help me in a Lucid party. So I think that's a better.
I guess for Lucid you have that phase 3 where you need to hit.
Yeah.
Quite a big burst.
Yeah, normal is very straightforward, and then the hard is the same straightforwardness, just more HP up until the last part. But you really want to make sure that you have an extra cleanse if you're doing with a Kana, or if you're doing, with Benediction. It's not as important because you can just tap Benediction, you're good. Kana, the charging might take a little bit longer, but you want to make sure you're cleansing in time, you don't get any weird Tohos, any weird shit. Platform breaks is probably pretty important in the beginning, right? That you don't have the platform breaking while you're bursting. That can really mess up your entire run if you're only on the brink of being able to kill the bosses. Boss.
I watched the video of a Pathfinder soloing it, carrying someone.
Oh yeah,
it was carrying Dookie.
Yeah.
I guess the platform got broken, his tornado fell off, and he couldn't clear it.
I randomly tuned into his stream one time, and it was right in that moment. And they were kind of like laughing because I think it was like one of the strongest Pathfinders in Reboot as well. It was like 275, and it was like, oh, easy kill. And then something like, and Dookie was like, are you guys trolling me? Like, what's going on? Like, where's the damage? And the guy was like, yep, tornado fell, so rip all the burst. Yeah. And that's when you get a little bit overzealous and you're like, oh, we have so much extra damage, easy clap. I've failed once or twice, also failed like a run with someone who we could both solo, like with a hand behind our back, but we were just like, oh, we could just push, and then Lucid does an attack and then gets triggered by something else, and an extra 10 seconds goes by, and suddenly everyone's damage was down. Like, every single possible damaging thing was down, and we only had like regular damage, and there was like 2 bars left. It was like, okay, maybe we needed some burst there, because yeah.
Yep.
So a little bit of, you need one person in the party who kind of takes it seriously, and then you should be fine with clearing. Shalom from Israel, or Shalom, Gever. Fuck, what is the, Shavuotov, there you go. You know any Hebrew?
I don't.
You don't, okay. Basically, the Saturday is the last day of the week, right? So Sunday is our first day. So you wish people a happy week on Saturday going into Sunday. I think officially in the US, Sunday is the first day of the week as well, I think. But nobody really, calendars don't really start on Sundays. I think it depends on where you are. You could have like calendars starting on Sunday as like the first day. Yeah, you got some more people to play, newbie. Better carry Scardor. Hey, yo, I am far into the game, okay? Chill. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, it does sound like a lot of waiting, but I think you're working on the accessories. I think that keeps you busy, right? Yep. And then you got and then midterm is like pushing 19 and 21s on Star Forcing. And then long term is like full arcanes. And then arcanes towards 19 once you get boxes and stuff, right? Then you have backups. And then you get to the point where you're like min-maxing your potentials is probably once you're starting to tap 21s, and really the only thing you're doing is just waiting for 21s. Once you get like a good feel for that budget, right? And you can use the calculators to kind of see the budget on how much you're planning on spending. If you don't have so if you don't have backups, you can spend your money on other stuff, and then you can work on your potential, basically, right? And once you get your backups, that means that you can start saving up and on a 5, 10, 15 capitalize on that and start getting to 21, essentially.
Should I move Commercy higher up in the daily rankings?
Yeah, I mean, you're wanting to transpose. I mean, you definitely want to get the boat to level 3, right? That's going to be high priority, I would say. But there's not that much a day you can do there. You just do the furthest voyage. You just do some, what is it, Rian Straits, or Lith Harbors, and then you're good. Not much more you can do. So yeah, I would do that daily, just to get your boat to level 3. It's a lot of work, but once your boat is level 3, you literally just go in there, spam Dolces, and it's like 6 minutes a day, and you're done. So it's like really, really fast, and you can really just rake in the dineros at that point. Even if you don't feel like doing CPQ and setting up a party for that, you can also just completely skip that, because you'll just get so much in so little time a day. But yeah, the build-up is
a nice bit.
If you like CPQ, then I definitely wouldn't skip it. But if yeah, some people just hate the entire continent of Commercy and just don't want to be found dead there. Yeah.
Do I roll it? Do I just leave it?
Roll what?
The inner ability.
Oh yeah. Yes. I would eventually roll over this.
I mean, yeah, I want
with the buff duration. I think you'd want, but you want the attack speed back. I would probably wait until I have about, I mean, probably like 1.5 to 2 mil honor experience at least, until you start considering like rolling circs for the 38 buff duration.
Right, and then roll the circs on a, what is it, Sunny Sunday with 50% off as well, so I can then go the attack speed afterwards.
Exactly, yeah. If it and set a budget for yourself, right, on the circulator. So be like, I'm going to spend 5 bill, I'm going to spend 10, I'm going to spend 20, whatever your budget is. And then if you don't get it, then that's cool. You just keep what you have now and you try again next time. If you do get it, then you can commit and get the attack speed back.
Do you get to choose with the circulators?
Yeah. The regular circulators, you can choose the new roll or the old roll. Yeah. The blue ones.
So there's no like losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's only if you're using the chaos circulators. Then it randomly re-rolls to a percentage in the existing tier in the existing type of line, and then you just get that new percentage. So that can possibly mess up your existing vulnerability.
If I roll a low buff duration, I just use the chaos ones to roll it up to high, and then because I guess attack speed doesn't get affected by that.
Yeah, it doesn't get affected. Well, that's the reason why we use circulators first to get your unique line, because the circulators, the blue ones, they whatever type of line they roll, you always get the highest percentage within that tier. So then you don't have to re-roll it after. So if you hit unique buff duration, it's always going to hit 38 on a circulator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why we do that one first, because a unique best in slot line is always very close to actually being a legendary line, essentially. So if you can guarantee that on the high number on the circulator, that's where you get a lot of the value. And then you eliminate a bunch of the variants.
Yep.
But yeah, you want at least, I would say like around 2 mil at least before you can reliably say that you have a decent chance of getting that attack speed back. You know, some people get it in like 10k. I think my hero, it took like 3.5 or something. But like on a 50% off, yeah, it can be wild. But then if you don't hit attack speed, you can always sell for like boss or mezzo or something, right? So you can always get something that's like decently close.
Yep.
The Sunny Sundays are in the events Evan's World. If you click the events, you'll see it on the left side is the Sunny Sundays. You click here, and then you get the link there. And then it just should take you to the patch notes where you can see all the days and all this stuff. So you can see tomorrow is 30% off, and then next week is 50% extra EXP from Monster Park and Spell Traces. I think exclamation mark Sunday also, yeah, also links to that. Yeah, no problem, Ivan. Okay. Yeah, buff duration. Oh yeah, I guess we didn't talk about like hyperburn at all. Did you figure out what you want to do with that?
Yeah, I want to make a boss move. I'm not sure if it's worth going for a Cygnus Knight. They don't gel with them as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dawn Warrior looks kind of cool, but like the only thing that would be worth is probably the extra emblem. I'm not sure if that's worth for a boss mule necessarily. I'm not gonna take them very high anyway soon. Like if I want to get them to like Lotus Damien level, then I'm getting to be almost as strong as my main.
Yep.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, if you think about it, back in the day, most people had Kana farmers that were stronger than their main as well. That's why a lot of people ended up just maining Kana eventually, because they were like, why am I using this Kana to fund another character? I should just fund the Kana even more.
I also always told myself I'll make a Kana once I do more than 50 totems a month. Like if I do 15 totems in a month and I have time left over, then I'll make a Kana. Glad I never did.
Yeah, I mean, it was easy to make the money off of it, but yeah, I think it really only made sense to really promote that for people who are playing that much, because if you're not going to put that many hours into it, it's better to just put it on a main character that you want to play. And we touched on that a little bit today. Is I hope that not too many people got turned off of playing MapleStory entirely just because people were saying like, oh, you have to make a Kana farmer, right? Because then if that doesn't match with someone's style, then they could be like, okay, well, I guess I can play this game then. That would be a loss.
Yeah, exactly. Like my first character was a bishop, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went the hard way.
Starting with my mom too. Starting with the bishop.
I always say, like back as a kid when like there was the third job advancement and nothing more, I was like, oh, they look so cool. These priests, look at them.
It was like Shining Ray or something, right?
Yeah. And
holy
look epic.
Shining Ray. And then
Mystic
Genesis when fourth job. Oh yeah.
Mystic Door was actually a thing. That was so good. Yeah.
Door service, give me rocks. And then you had to use the summoning rocks for the little blue dragon that would fly around.
Yeah, it was great times. But also, I always wanted a bishop at that point, and I was like, And then when I picked it back up on Reboot, I'm gonna make a bishop. That's it. I'm done. Easy choice. Don't have to choose a main.
What's your What's your cup at? Is it like all stat and magic attack?
Not bad. Look.
With like 12.
Did not put it in the thing. It's like 20 in 6 magic, 6 all stat.
Oh yeah.
All stat 20 in. So it's not great. I've been like keeping cups and fusing them.
Yeah.
I got a 24 and 5 today.
Close.
It's like, oh, okay. Well,
not quite an upgrade, but
yeah, I had a 80 strength and 6 cup at some point.
Nice, yeah.
Strong mage.
Strong mage just started slapping things with your wand. There probably was a certain point where that was the actual original battle mage, right? Just like slapping things with the staff.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe a shadower, maybe a hero.
Do you need some like advice based on what you think? Like what do you think you'll enjoy? More complicated,
I think
simple.
Like medium, I think. Like Ice Lightning is a little bit more involved than Bishop, obviously. Bishop is just brain dead.
Yeah.
Hold one skill.
It's more about your timing and keeping your party alive in like very difficult boss fights. That's where more of the complexity of the class is, for sure.
Exactly. So I was like, I like DB. Good. So I think hero and Shadower is like the step up, right? So a little bit more mechanically involved.
Yeah.
DB and also stronger.
Yeah, in different stages of the game, I think Dual Blade overshadows the Shadower, mainly when you look like barely into Grandis, because then Meso Explosion, of course, is doing fuck all, because those monsters just are so tanky. But then as a Dual Blade, especially with cooldown reduction hat, you can just like spam your 5th job skills and actually clear that map and get quite decent rates very early on in your 260s, where a Shadower will probably have to stay in Lemina a little bit longer. Not that they, don't like that, because you can post some insane rates there in terms of Meso, so you can make those upgrades, and then once you have your Arcane Power, then you can, Sacred Power, you can switch over, so.
They get some big rates.
Yeah, built-in Meso Obtain is it's pretty juicy.
Yeah, I think Shadower maybe as a second main 50 would be good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure bossing-wise, I think Hero might be
Yeah, hero has good IED, is a little bit lower on the crit rate. Crit rate is very bad, but you've got a decent legion now, so you'll probably be able to fill in the gaps. Yeah, and they're also changing from 4 minute to 2 minute, so that should help them as a boss mule, that you aren't as reliant on that 4 minute wait time for the, you know, so that combined with the fact that they don't have their own bind, so that if you have the better cooldown now for Urda Nova, plus for 4 minute to 2 minute, makes them boss mule wise, I think, a lot better. Just the one downside is the crit rate part, I would say.
Yeah, and Paladin is very strong now, I think.
High crit rate, high IED, strong. Also pretty simple. It's kind of like a warrior bishop, I guess I would say. You just, you know, throw axes around, bounces, and it's also very forgiving in that you can get hit by a lot of stuff and then don't die. You just, you know, always survive with a little bit of HP. So that it's a good alternative. I don't know about using that for all the way to 250, but it's like a good alternative, definitely on like a bossing mule if you want one that, you know, it's not like, oh, I need to switch this character. How does this character work again? You know, you can just roll in there and just roll over the bosses and you're good.
Yeah, I think maybe make a 210 Paladin at some point. If we ever get like another Terror Burn or a Terror Burninator or something.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I think you'll get your value. Yeah.
I think I might pick Shadow actually. Like from like watching Dookie play, it looks like a lot of fun. A little bit more involved, and as a like probably like a second main. If I level it to 250, it's probably just going to be a second main.
Yeah, you always have that opportunity. Plus, your main character will get to the point where it's not really leveling that fast anymore, right? So then you can always kind of try to diversify. But I guess, yeah, if you hyper burn, you'll catch up pretty quickly.
Yep. I was just going to focus on that like quite a lot when the hyper burn comes out. Just probably just do like symbol dailies and then go back to hyper burn.
Yep, monster pork, event dailies.
Yep.
Simple dailies, and then slowly level up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're around the end of our regular time allotment. Is there anything left where you feel you still have some confusion, or any topic that we didn't touch on yet?
No, I guess it's worth getting the heart that's in the shop.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Like I think at this point 2 bill is like slightly less than 2 totems. So
yep, it's worth it for sure. Yeah, especially if you look at the potential that you're getting, right? That amount of potential, if you would have to add that up to existing equips past a certain point, it's always going to cost you just astronomically more than 2 bill. Because this thing is like, you'd be lucky if you hit like 6% total stat on this, and then the investment is just not worth it on a Lydium heart.
Got a big 3% int.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah, that's exactly where you want it to be. Epic 3%, and then just never touch it again. That's perfect.
Don't even know if I included it in the picture.
Yeah, it's down here. Yeah. The Raging 13 all stat as well, just destroying it.
5
stars. Yeah. You can't really get more Star Force there. Okay. Then others, whatever. Okay. Are you satisfied with the session? Feel you got good advice? You know what to do?
Yeah, I'm just like talking to someone about this.
Yeah, it's good to just bounce ideas, make sure you're not completely off the walls. I mean, yeah, I'm always available and always in chat, and if you have more in-depth questions, you can always reach out on Discord or something, so you always know where to find me. Never hiding away. Okay, let's see. You want to do any shout out for the guild or anything? Because you're in EU, right? So if anyone sees Karuta in-game in EU, reboot, hit him up.
Yeah.
Form up a will party, normal will party, join his guild. And then should be easy breezy, and then arcane gear in no time.
Well, I think towards Christmas maybe. When I get the when I get the Starfrost from Shining, I think that's when I hopefully break into hard bosses.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. That's a decent pace. All right.
Time to Mech Arena.
Yeah, time to Mech Arena. We'll do a little bit of that. But yeah, good luck with everything. And you know where to find me if you have any questions. Hopefully helped you enough.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're welcome. And I'll see you around.
Chill later.
Okay, bye. Okie dokie. All right. Been a long time since we had one of these progression sessions, but we made it through. Got some, you know, I think we were able to steer it into a place of enough advice. So if you were in a similar situation, I hopefully helped you sort some stuff out for yourself as well. If you want one of these sessions, check the description of the video, or use !coaching in the Twitch chat, and you'll get all the same information there. If you would like to win one of these, make sure you leave a comment saying that you would like to win with your Discord name so I can reach out. I draw 2 winners at the end of every month. We just got into November as well, so I have to pull the October winners. And I think I still have one October winner to do a session with, because I reached out and then people didn't reach back out. So if you want to win, make sure you really want to win, because you can get a free one. And other than that, there's a bunch of links, useful links in the description of the video on how you can support me, and there's also a bunch of links in my Twitch chat where you can see all of this stuff that we were going over. Basically, this is all available through the Twitch chat. You don't have to be subscribed or anything. That's just all there. Oh yeah, and if you're a subscriber on Twitch, you can also do this with channel points, so you don't even have to pay anything or play the RNG lottery for the green card. So good stuff. Yeah, that's it from me. You're gonna get like 2 or 3 videos. Maybe I'll upload this one tomorrow, so it's not all uploaded in one day. But I recently also made a video on the thing with Absolab and should you skip Absolab or not, and all of that stuff. We went over that. We have to review the patch notes for Korea, which I didn't do yet, which I don't think it was that impressive of a patch, so that's probably why that kind of like left my mind. Kind of completely lost track of that one. And the other thing we talked about is, oh yeah, what to hyperburn, so I'll be uploading that soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you either in the next video or live on stream, twitch.tv/Scardor. Stream there every day. Maybe I'll see you there. Oh, and if you have 10 minutes available, check out link in the description for, here we go, Bam Mech Arena. All right, cool new mobile game, but you can play it on a computer, and you get a huge benefit over mobile shitters, and you can just destroy them. Okay, if you use my link, you'll get a starter pack worth $25, and I'll put the link in the description and everything, and you can play the game a little bit, and it would support me on my channel. You don't have to like buy anything or anything, just play the game, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's actually pretty fun. It's very short matches. You can just jump in for like 5 minutes and then jump out. It's very easy to do a little bit, and I'll play a little bit now as well. But I thank you for checking it out and for supporting me, because I will be going to MapleFest next week, and the US is pricey. So I need all the help I can get. Okay, so appreciate you considering all of that, and thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.